The defending champion Golden State Warriors were just embarrassed by the Lakers in the second round, simply because they had no answer for Anthony Davis. Enter Kai Sotto, the answer for the Dubs' defensive woes. Who is Kai Sotto again? Some people know all about this kid. Some people have never heard of him. Here's the lowdown. This unicorn is seeking to become the first NBA player ever born in the Philippines. There are a couple of guys of Filipino descent who weren't born in the country, like Jalen Green and Jordan Clarkson, but Kai is seeking to make history and make his country proud. After a few years in Australia's NBL, a stint in Japan's B-League, and a failure to get drafted in 2022, he finally got his wish this summer. Soto was signed to a summer league contract with the Orlando Magic, a team that just released their other fan favorite big man, Bol Bol. Kai's long-awaited big league debut was disappointing. The 7'3" big man wasn't able to play a single minute in his first 3 games of action, but when he finally got the chance in Game 4, he was electric. Now Kai only played 13 minutes, but he scored 6 points, grabbed 4 rebounds, and most importantly, he swatted 3 shots. Soto can be a game breaker on defense, and that's Soto's biggest impact on the game. He can be a destructive player on defense over short spurts. Again, he's 7 foot 3 inches. Only 26 NBA players have ever been that tall, and only 3 are still in the league. That's Kristaps Porzingis, Boban Marjanovic, and rookie Victor Wembanyama. Kai's also got a 7'5" wingspan. Just by being in the paint at that size, even if he had 0 basketball skills, he can impact the opposing offense. But lucky for him, Kai's not your run-of-the-mill giant who lacks any skill.
Ton of blocks by just standing around the paint. But see, Kai is not your typical lumbering big guy, as he's pretty quick on his feet in anticipating shots. Look here. As the opposing guard tries to make his way towards the rim, look at how Kai stalks him up all the way through, which leads to this monster rejection. And even though he only got a brief exposure at the Summer League, Kai made an instant impact on the defensive end in limited minutes with these plays.
But I'm continue to be impressed. Oh, even in Summer League, you find the fan favorites. Another one.
Shot blocking at a high level takes more than just being big. His anticipation allows him to know when to rise up and swat the layup, protecting the rim from quick guards. Kai is not particularly thick or strong down low, but when you time a shooter's release right, it doesn't really matter how strong you are. When he's in the paint, it's insanely hard to get a clean shot off. But in today's league, where 3-point barrages rule, you need more than just post defense if you're gonna make it in this league. Kai Sotto's quick feet allow him to cross the half court in an instant. He can deny a 3-point shooter, then zoom down to the post to swat a cutter's drive to the basket. Where he lacks is on-ball defense. He's quick and long enough to cross the court, but not quite quick-footed enough to stay in front of a ball handler. But his pros definitely outweigh his cons. A lot like a few other stars we've seen in NBA history. What NBA legend does he most resemble? Kai Sotto's no Hakeem Olajuwon. He's no Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, Tim Duncan, or any other dominant defensive force. But he can be Manute Bol. Remember Manute Bol, the father of the aforementioned Bol Bol? This is a guy who blocked 5 shots a game his rookie year. The guy who swatted more shots than he had points scored in his career. The guy who, despite not picking up a basketball until his late teens, became a certified weapon for a few really good playoff teams. Manute's total lack of skill kept him from being a true star or even a regular starter, but he was a nice arrow in the quiver for the Bullets, the Run TMC Warriors, and the Barkley Sixers. He hovered around 15 to 25 minutes a game for his career. He'd come in, wreak some havoc on the defensive end, and take a seat. Now Kai is far more skilled on both sides of the ball than Manute ever was, but that's the blueprint. A good team where he can get low minutes but always be available when the team needs him. So, exactly what the Warriors need right now. Where can Kai Sotto fit on the Warriors? Back in the day, the Warriors modernized the theory of small ball. Draymond could conceivably play center, while they'd have Harrison Barnes and then Kevin Durant playing big at power forward. In 2022, they were able to squeak their way to a championship with a front court of Draymond and Andrew Wiggins. two undersized guys for that position. But in all of those runs, they never played against a great big man. The league has shifted. Big men, once again, are starting to rule. Nikola Jokic just came off one of the greatest postseasons ever, while Joel Embiid put up a scoring barrage all season. Giannis has had the best player in the league belt for the last half decade, while Dom Sabonis has just re-energized the Kings. And now the league has Victor Wembanyama to deal with. There are a lot of really good big men in the league right now. But the bane of the Warriors' existence this summer was Anthony Davis, who completely swung the series in the Lakers' favor during the 2023 playoffs. AD scored 22 points on 58% shooting against the Warriors, grabbing almost 15 boards a game. Now those stats don't set the world on fire or anything, but they just had no answer for him. So their de facto answer became double teaming AD to death, allowing D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and Austin Reeves to take open shots. Anthony Davis was the reason that the Lakers won that series, and the Warriors' lack of size was the reason that they lost. Kevon Looney had a nice postseason run, including a really good string of 20 rebound games that made him look like a suitable answer. But he's simply too small, too weak, and not intuitive enough defensively to truly be the impact player that the Warriors need. While the hefty rebound totals are nice for his resume, he still ended up getting benched as the playoffs went on. Draymond is getting older. He can no longer fill in at center like he could during the Warriors' apex. Andrew Wiggins' recent resurgence has been a nice story, but there's no way he can handle the likes of the NBA's great big men. Steph and Klay just are not who they used to be. As great as Steph still is, he just can't carry the team, despite their glaring flaw in the frontcourt. The good old days for the Golden State Warriors are over. They need an answer at center. Kai Sotto is that answer. Again, they don't need him to be a star. They don't even need him to play 35 minutes a game, being the main reason the Warriors win. But he can fill in the gaps, suiting up against Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic, or any other big man the Dubs face in the playoffs. But the question remains, can Kai fit into the Warriors' offensive structure? The short answer, yes. Kai's underrated offensive upside and the Warriors' culture. The Warriors are known as the team that changed the league, three-point bombers who opened the floor and took long shots at a rate we had never seen. But more than that, they're one of the best passing offenses in history. Everyone is unselfish. They hit the open man, cut to the basket, and keep the ball moving, so they never settle for a bad shot. Especially now that trigger-happy Jordan Poole was replaced by point guard Chris Paul. They need their players to fit into that culture. While Kai isn't some sort of offensive whirlwind, he's at the very least competent. He's got enough handles to not look like an old school lumbering center who's afraid to put the ball on the floor. Here you can see a nuanced ball fake over the defender's shoulder, a quick move and a high release hook. Add in those quick feet to cut to the basket, and he's a nice player on both sides of the ball. He doesn't take shots he can't handle, and defenses will be burned if they sag off too far. In his time in the NBL, he only averaged 7 points, but he shot 50% from the field. Now with Steph Curry on your team, is bunch scoring all that important, or just efficiency? More importantly, he knows how to hit the open man. He's unselfish, he doesn't care about points, just hard defense and winning basketball. Whether it's a handoff, an extra pass to the paint, or the occasional flashy no-looker, he'll fit right into the Warriors culture. Now, why hasn't Kai made it to the league yet? Despite his tremendous upside potential, there are still some glaring flaws. His weak form allows him to be pushed around in the paint, probably keeping him from truly ever being dominant on either side of the ball. He's not quite skilled enough to be a game wrecker on offense, and his height and thin frame are practically begging for the injury bug to catch up with him. But the Warriors have proven that they're able to bring out the best of talented players. Trust the Warriors process. While James Wiseman might go down as an all-time number 2 pick travesty, and Jonathan Kuminga hasn't quite lived up to potential, the entire Warriors dynasty is built on Steve Kerr's ability to transform players from their former selves. Steph Curry was an injury-prone three-point specialist who passed the ball too much before Kerr came to town. He let him shoot as many threes as he wanted, completely changing how the game is played. Klay was a 3-and-D player who Kerr turned into a star, and Draymond was nothing. A fiery competitor who was stuck between 3 positions before Kerr was able to unlock the passing chops and versatile defense. If anyone's going to take a chance on Kai Sotto, let's hope it's Kerr. Kai can make Filipino NBA history, while Kerr might compete for another title. Do you think Kai's the missing link for the Warriors, or do you think his social media popularity has overrated him? Let us know in the comments. Check out the Wrong Opinion, Useless NBA Trivia and Garbage Rankings wherever you get your podcasts for more NBA content.